All right, let's get into how I vibe coded my way to my first 10K, right? Let me break this down. Let me preface all of this by saying my products aren't even live yet. I did a full pre order process. Now, I want to break it down and show you exactly how I did this pre order process because this is the thing with coding, vibe coding, marketing, SaaS, all of this stuff, bro. All of it comes down to you having distribution and sales. You can build the best product, you can have the best stack, you can have the best developers. None of that crap matters unless you actually go out here and put in the work, right? So, first off, very first thing, man, before anything else, it was customers, right? So, number one, customers before anything else. Like I have my podcast. Now it's called Next Round Ready, but before that, I had to start a founder roadmap, and I didn't even have a chance to put all my content out, like because my wife passed away from leukemia, so I couldn't even. It took a lot of time off from posting content, but I still had done a ton of interviews, like a ton. When I say a ton, I have a folder full of content that you're going to see more and more every day on the podcast. I'm putting it out now, some other stuff. Um, but talking to customers is number one because the funny thing is when you talk to customers, right, what'll happen is you learn what they want, right? Prices they'll pay. Like this is where it all starts. If you learn what they want and the price they're willing to pay, that's the foundation setter, right? Like everything else after that becomes easy because now you know what they want and you know how much they'll pay for what they want. Now, go build. It's that easy. This is like the first phase. Like I could stop the video right here and that's enough for you to go to work. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper on this. I want to explain a little bit more, right? Because after you talk to customers, I think another kind of a point where you could get stuck is so let me take a step back. How? So how do you do this? How do you talk to more customers? Because everybody says this: talk to customers, initiate conversation, blah blah blah. Everybody says this, but how do you do it? DMs is one, right? Literally just sending DMs to your prospects. And that could be on LinkedIn, it could be any social platform. But this comes down to where your customers are. Sometimes I will say go to LinkedIn, but for me, a lot of the founders I want to work with, they're kind of on LinkedIn, but they're not active. You know, it's a lot of people who have a LinkedIn page set up, but they're not active on LinkedIn. Like if you go and you try to talk to them on LinkedIn, it's wrong. They're not active on LinkedIn. But go to Twitter. Go to Twitter, you'll find a lot of founders. That's where my users are. Another one is communities, right? What communities are your people active in? You know, when they're online, what spaces are they active in? What, you know, and I guess let me get more specific on that. Let's say expert led, right? Expert led. So not just any community. It has to be an expert leading that community that's within your marketplace, you know. And when I do that part, I don't go in there hard selling. I just go in there trying to have a conversation and connect with people, right? And then when you have that conversation and you're not trying to sell, you end up being able to sell. I know, weird concept, but that's how it works. Another one, this is probably the best. This is the one I will die by: podcasting. I know. Everybody hates podcasting now. Oh my God, there are too many podcasts. I think if you're a smart person, if you're building any product now, you want a podcast, you want to make content. Because when you go and make content, when you go and put that content out, you get attract people into your marketplace, into your audience, all of that stuff, right? The more important thing that happens when you make content is you make connections. The people that you talk to are absolute, it'll change your life. It changes your life because when you go and have that conversation with those people, it's like they're always willing to talk and help and give you things. Like they're always willing to just give it away. It's like most of the time when I talk to experts, people who are, you know, years ahead of me and whatever, they're not afraid to give up information. You know, they're always willing to help. That's why you use a podcast to do that. I think when you go the path of trying to sell everybody super fast, then that makes it really hard, man. So that is step one. And let's see if I can. Yeah, perfect. There we go. Let me know in the comments below how y'all like this whiteboard strategy. I like the whiteboard setup because it's just, I don't know. I like being able to make a visual of what I'm saying. I think it's better. Plus, editing all the fancy stuff. Do y'all really care about that? No. You want to learn some stuff. So let's get into it, man. Pre-sale setup, we'll say. Pre-sale setup. What does that even mean? Well, number one, it is offer. And I've spent years studying offers. I mean, years. Like I've read all the books and stuff, and I put a lot of time into it. I've gone to events, paid for workshops to study offers to figure out what works, what doesn't. You have to have an offer. When you're doing a pre-sale strategy, you got to have a good offer. It has to be something where they see it and they think, damn, I cannot miss out on this deal. This is a game changer. So I'll say lifetime. Like lifetime deals work really well when you're launching a product and you don't have, you know, a massive audience, when you don't have a ton of proof just yet. When you lean in and say, look, I'm willing to give you this thing for a lifetime, if you're one of my initial core users, most people will say, yeah, because now you discount the price of what it would cost for a year and you give it to them for a lifetime. So it would cost, let's say you got it to $100 a month. They pay for a year. It will be $1,000 after that 2 months off. That's typical. Now, if you say I'm going to cut that in half and you pay $500 for a lifetime for that same tool, people are going to be lining up to work with you, lining up. So lifetime deal, huge. I think sales page important with a video, because the videos kind of connect you with the audience. You know, where they see your face, they see you. You can answer all the questions, but you can answer some questions. It's a big positioning thing. You know, if you just pop up in a sales page, you're like, hey, go and buy this. That can work if you already have a bunch of credibility, if you already have a massive audience, if you've already gotten a bunch of results. If you have not, you got to go the route of making a real sales page and then adding a video to said sales page. Maybe let me know if in the comments below if y'all want me to do a full script on that, on what's been working for me, right? What has helped me so far. Because I think videos are just super, super easy. So that's, honestly, I know it sounds crazy. That's the easiest part right there. Talk to customers in these different ways and then do a pre-sale strategy. Now, if you want to, damn, how do I scroll down? I'll take it right there. Let's do there. Okay, let's go this way. To really amp this up, you want to do more content. This is where you can do more of the social content. You can do social. I think guest appearances is huge, right? When you're literally going to other people's platforms, whether it's being promoted on a newsletter or being on somebody else's podcast, like all of that stuff is just, it works. It works very well, you know, newsletter and even better. No, I'm doing this for a reason. Let me do my thing. Throwing me off. Okay, another one. This is a real game changer. Affiliate slash influencer. I know it sounds crazy, but let me cook. If you are willing to give up, if that initial deal is $500 for a lifetime, right? And you're willing to give up, let's say $100. Let's just say $100 for all the people that somebody comes and buys from, you know, one of your friends, an influencer. If you gave them $100 out of every 500 you make, you still make $400. You can make some amazing money doing this. See, that's the thing with distribution. It's about not being so focused on making as much money super early. It's about building your pipeline of distribution first, because you can keep that same affiliate deal with that same influencer or affiliate or partner, right? And just change the price. So after you sell, let's say 50 spots, 100 spots at that $500 mark, you pay them out their $100 each, right? Now you still make good money. Now it just goes from that deal to, okay, now we're going to the subscription model where people are paying, I don't know, $100 a month, right? Now they pay $100 a month. Now you pay them, okay, the price went kind of changed. So instead of you getting $100 for a lifetime deal, you get $20 for every subscriber or whatever. Simple. You still make good money. Keep the same percentage. And now you've gotten distribution. This level of distribution right here that an influencer can give you, it's hard to pay for that. It's hard to get that. Like, influencers and affiliates are worth their weight in gold when you're a new founder, because you don't have an audience, you don't have a massive community. So you need a way to kind of break into the marketplace. Working with 5 to 10 of these people is a game changer for you. So this is my process. This is what has helped me really grow really fast. And I haven't even leaned into, I'm doing this one in a different way, kind of through the podcast, but just doing the outreach and DMs, podcasting mainly, literally getting on the microphone, interviewing people. Listen, bro, interview people, man. Have that conversation, put that content out, because it's not only going to help you in terms of getting more attention. You're going to get more leads. You build more connections. Everything good comes from content, man. Like, you just got to put more content out. So if you got any more questions about this, put them in the comments below. I'll see y'all next time.